wanted to get it right. Trying to find some balance in my life. I never really put
Hi
up a
everyone,
fight.
welcome to my YouTube. I today have a very interesting story. I decided to cover it because I actually felt like it was just, you guys, this story is just crazy. So, it's not necessarily a huge crime case. It's something that she probably just got a slap on the wrist. Today's story is about a woman who decided to breastfeed her cat on a plane. How, you ask? I don't know. So let me kind of lay out the scene, and if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my notes that I took because I want to make sure that I am giving the facts versus just my opinions. But I like to do fact-driven stories. So, a woman went on a flight with Delta from New York to Atlanta. She brought her cat on a flight. You're allowed to have your cats on flights as long as they're in their kennels. The law is that you can have your service animal with you, your support animal, as long as they are in their kennel with the door shut safe. So she brought her cat, the naked kitty. The naked cats. No fur cats, I can't remember what they're called. But she brought her cat in the kennel. Well, during the flight, she got her cat out. She wrapped it up into a blanket, swaddled it up in a blanket like you would a baby, and she lifted her shirt and decided to breastfeed her cat. I have 4 kids and have breastfed my children, and maybe I need to say nursing. And I can say I would never ever want to nurse a cat. Have you seen the teeth on cats? And their tongue is not the softest from what cats I've had. They're actually really rough, almost like a sandpaper. I've heard people say that their tongues aren't that rough, but from what I've been licked by my cat, they're sharp enough for me. And the skin's just so sensitive there. I just guys, there's no way that I could ever think about nursing a cat. So the flight attendants went and asked her to put the cat back in. Apparently the cat was screaming. I don't know if it's something that she does at home and it's more of like a comfort thing for them, because being a woman, after you give birth and nurse, you have to have that estrogen to kind of start the flow of nursing to get your milk in, right? So my question is, was she already a nursing mother and therefore was nursing the cat? Or was she just using it kind of as like a pacifier, something to comfort the kitten? Those are all questions I want answers to. So she pulled the cat out, swaddled up in a blanket, pulled up her shirt, started nursing the cat. The cat was screaming. The flight attendants asked her to put the cat back into the carrier, and she refused. The pilot decided to send a notice to the ground, as they do through their communication when they have things happen on the flight. It's kind of all in code. What he said was, customer seat 13A is breastfeeding a cat and would not put the cat back in the carrier when asked. He asked for, and I'm looking at the notes because I want to make sure that I have all of that information right. He asked for the red coats to help. And I looked up what a red coat is. It's essentially an elite airport customer service expert who are specially trained to handle on-the-stop customer issues. So that was something I had no idea even existed, that there was anything called red coats. So apparently when they landed, then the red coats could come help. And from what I've heard from all the news articles and stuff that I've read, it sounded like they basically just gave her a slap on the wrist and said, don't do it again. I looked up like what the laws were and stuff, and apparently you can have an animal, a service animal, on the flight with you as long as it's in the kennel with the door shut. During boarding, during inboard on the flight, during deplaning, your service animal has to be in their kennel. And it's come out recently that Delta started being a little more strict on what is considered a service animal, because they've been having people trying to say that animals like peacocks, ferrets, horses, ducks, snakes, whatever you can think of, they've had requests that those are service animals. And I do believe that service animals can be anything that's giving you emotional support. And as somebody who deals with anxiety, having that emotional support from any animal, I think is a positive thing. But I think they probably have to come to a point where they go, okay, what's realistic and what can we allow on a flight? And I think at this point, Delta started saying trained dogs is what they allow. I don't know if that's a for sure thing. That's just what I looked up, and it said that's what they allow right now is trained dogs. And it's probably for people who, like blind, that have to have a service animal with them to help them, people who have seizures, all that kind of stuff. So I kind of understand where they're coming from in all of that they feel like they have to draw the line somewhere. And animals like horses and peacocks and all of that, it's just not realistic to be able to bring those on a plane, especially in your seat. But yeah, it's just this story was just so crazy to me that I felt like I had to cover it. It's just almost like so many questions. Can someone please answer all my questions? Tell me what you think in the comments, what your thoughts are on it, and I hope that my comments aren't offensive at all, because it's definitely me just reporting what officially happened, and I put in some of my opinions here and there as being a nursing mother. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to have things answered, like why would she want to nurse a cat? I understand how that can be comforting for an animal, but I can't imagine being bit by the cat, and my children have bit me. So being bit by a cat and a human are completely different. Cats have very sharp teeth. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I understand that maybe it's kind of like a pacifier for her, but at that point I would do a pacifier, And one of the flight attendants on the flight had made some TikToks on it, and by the time I got to the story and saw all the news that was coming out on it, I think her TikToks were taken down, which makes me sad because I really wanted to see it. But she made a comment saying that if the woman was nursing the cat on the flight and the cat was so upset, and she was doing that in public, then what does she do at home? And maybe at home it's different, where the cat's not as stressed in their own environment, and you know, maybe she doesn't do anything different and the cat enjoys it, and to each their own. That's definitely her choice. But yeah, this story just baffles me. That is for sure. I definitely leaves you with a lot of questions and wondering why she does it, wondering why she doesn't try other things, you know, and maybe she's someone who wanted kids, who, you know, could have had so many other scenarios happen that to her this feels like as close as she can get to that, and I 100% understand that, and you know, to each their own. It's her body, her choice, and you know, I guess I can't judge because I'm not in that situation, but it definitely is interesting. So yeah, leave your comments down below what you think about this, any questions you have. I would love to hear kind of your guys' opinions and what you guys all think. I will leave down below our website for our crafts, so that if you want to buy some craft kits, that you can buy some on our website. And as well, I will put TikTok and all my social media handles down below so that you can go follow us on all the other things. TikTok, I'm going to do some shorter videos just because that's the way TikTok is. So if you want to watch longer versions of it and longer versions of the crafts, please go follow me on YouTube as well. The videos will be longer on there. Yeah, thanks for watching today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this crazy intense story. I definitely enjoyed doing all of the research on it. It's been fun. Have a great day.
What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Listen to me as I